This is United Kingdom Talk with Chris Reardon.
At 17 minutes to 9 o'clock, good morning. It's Monday, the 10th of August, 2020. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom Talk, coming to you from Bracknell here in Royal Berkshire, boys and girls. And a nice early tip from Peter Wright this morning. That's what we like to see. A little bit of cash coming in at the beginning of the show. Thank you very much, Peter Wright, sending in a £2 super chat very, very early. Did you sleep all right last night, people? Who slept a little bit hot and sticky, were you, darling? I have, actually, as my, the boss in Central Station is Guy, who's a wonderful chap. He's such a nice bloke, he is. And I was having a conversation with him on FaceTime the other day. We talked about the quiz, because, of course, from tomorrow night, we're going to try, or they're going to try playing out my quiz in the pub. So you'll hear me say a couple of special offers and things going on tomorrow night. For you, it's exactly the same, okay? Just turn up as usual and we'll do the quiz as usual. But I was having a FaceTime with him last week. I was up at the Caravan. Sorry, the Lincolnshire Television Studio Complex. And he noticed my air conditioning above me. I've got one in here as well. Yeah, you can see that just up there, yeah? He noticed the air conditioning above me at the Caravan. And he's like, what's that up there? I said, what's what? He said, oh my God, Tory air conditioning. I said, what do you mean Tory air conditioning? While the rest of us are sitting here suffering, the Tories are sitting there under their air conditioning. I said, absolutely. And I just happened to have a fan next to me, which I don't really use. I keep meaning to put it away in the shed. A fan next to me. I said, have you seen this? He said, what, that? I said, yeah, this is Labour air conditioning. It was just a fan. He calls it Tory air conditioning. So this morning, I'm very pleased to let you know that I'm sitting here underneath my Tory air conditioning this morning, keeping nice and cool, because it's going to be another very hot day today, around about 35. Did anyone see BBC Breakfast this morning? Hilarious. Carol Kirkwood made a big cock up on there today. It was hilarious, absolutely hilarious. I'll come to that in a moment. But yesterday, of course, very hot as well. I managed to go for my walk. You can't go walking late in the afternoon at the moment. Not that I do anywhere, but you need to be back indoors by like 12:30, 1 o'clock, because it's just too much. Especially if, like me, incorrectly, you're not carrying around a bottle of water, because it's just it's just something else to carry, isn't it? Yeah, I've already got a little bag over me, mobile phone, keys, little asthma thing, a few tissues and a couple of wet wipes, which I carry around in a little bag for those emergencies. You never know. Very important. But you don't want to be carrying a water bottle, because that's heavy, although you should really, for dehydrating. And I've been on these walks, and you know how easily I get lost. I get lost so easily, and then I'm out there for 2 hours, and by that time you're getting water. I felt like I'd just been traipsed across the Sahara Desert or somewhere like that. Awful. So you need to be out and back indoors by 12:30, 12 o'clock, something like that. This morning I'll be jumping on my bicycle later on to go and post the parcels. People won stuff last night at the bingo. Well done, everyone. I think Mike Rees-Ponto won the big prize last night, which was he's selected a mug. He decided to have a mug, so that's nicely packaged in a little box. I had something delivered yesterday. New gadgets have arrived, boys. Do you want to see them? Do you want to see my new gadgets? In a minute. I've got new gadgets. Oh, they're wonderful. They're wonderful. 2 of them. 2. And they plug in and they charge. Marvellous. That's coming up in the show. But a little box they arrived in, and it is the perfect fitting box for one of my mugs. I'm very pleased to say. The mugs themselves, they do come in a white box. Sometimes I take them out of the box. I'm not sure whether or not it's better to leave them in the box and wrap that in the bubble wrap, or take the mug out and wrap that in the bubble wrap. I think my sister said to me, you're probably better off to actually take the mug out of the box and put the bubble wrap round that. But it goes in a little box. I wrapped it in the bubble wrap, put it in this other box, put paper around it, to sort of cushion any sort of bumps or anything like that. And that's all wrapped up and ready to go to Mike Rees Ponto down there in Portsmouth, I think it is. All right, so that'll be on the way to you later on. I shall be cycling down to the sorting office to do that and put it in that little drawer that I like to use without having to go in the post office. So that'll be my exercise today. Nice cycle round. And from there, I want to cycle down to Lidl because the delightful Maureen, who watches the show on her telly in London, good morning to you, Maureen, has reliably informed me that in Lidl they now have Candyfloss grapes. And if you've never had these before, some of the other supermarkets are probably doing them as well. Candyfloss grapes taste exactly like that, like Candyfloss. I kid you not. Now, to be honest, you only get the taste when you're first eating them, then you get used to it, all right? But if you get yourself a packet, it'll be about £1.20, £1.30, I would imagine, perhaps a little bit more in Marks and Spencer's if they're doing them in there. Get yourself a packet and try them, and I guarantee it's like the taste of Candyfloss. It's bizarre, really. Absolutely bizarre, but they're delicious, and every year they come round. They're only out for a few weeks, and then they disappear again for another year. Candyfloss grapes at Lidl. Going down there later to find some of those, hopefully. But hopefully I won't get caught in any thunderstorms or anything like that. It says in the Daily Mirror this morning, Britain's heat wave will dramatically end today with 4 days of thunderstorms. Oh, we've got thunderstorms. Just a moment, please. Thunderstorms. Thunder. Oh, no, so thunderstorms. Thunder. Come on, where is there thunder? Thunder, no. Lightning, no. I can't find it now. One moment, please. We'll have to do it all properly, do you? Otherwise, it's not worth doing at all. Let's 3 thunder. Shall we have 3 thunderclaps? Here we go. Let's start again. Britain's heat wave will dramatically end today with 4 days of thunderstorms and a month's rain. And a month's worth of rain in just a few hours. Be prepared to be washed away, boys and girls. Yep. Hello, Noah. Are you available? Are you still around? I think he's dead now, isn't he, Noah? The one who built the ark. Forecasters say Monday could be the start of the joint longest extreme heat on record. With 35 degrees of possibility 3 days running, which is what we're going to get down here in the south. I gotta say, it didn't feel as hot as it has done yesterday, oddly enough. But that's maybe, I mean, I'm out of the sun, I'm indoors. Maybe I've got a little bit used to the heat, I don't know. But severe thunderstorms are expected during this period, with some areas due to see a month's rain in just 3 hours. The predicted 80mm deluge, I like that word, deluge. 80mm, what's that? Is that 8 centimetres? Just a moment, please. Let me refer to my ruler. What is 80? That's it's that in it. It's that. Oh, look, that's all it is. Smart Bowl's with us. Look how little that is. What can you do with that? Nothing. 3 inches. So about 3 inches of rain, boys and girls. 3 inches. 3 inches of rain are expected to fall in some areas. And a yellow weather warning, yellow alert, yellow alert, yellow alert. There's a yellow alert, yellow weather warning, warning, yellow alert. Yellow weather warnings are in place nationwide, okay? So watch out, gang. No point in going to the beach. All those people down the beach again, they're bleeding off their heads, aren't they? Oh, dear. You've bun it. Oh, people's oily skin, you keep... It's all right if it's a fit lad. I don't mind that, you know. But other people, certainly people my own age, brushing against me and their oil ending up on me and probably viruses as well. Disgusting. One poor family got sent away from the beach in the sun this morning. A furious family. Should we do furious? Oh, hang on. I'll do it with a different colour. 1 minute. A furious family. So angry. Anger. A furious family was turned away from a packed beach by police after driving for 6 hours. Wow, that's a long way to drive. But these people must know that it's going to be busy. How can you see all this news on the telly of all these packed beaches and then get in your car and think, oh, it will probably be all right? No, it's not. The proof is there. This bloke drove for 6 hours, the devastated dad, and I would be devastated if I had driven for 6 hours and couldn't get somewhere, drove his 4 children 180 miles from Birmingham to Durdle Door. That's the name of a place. Durdle Door, D-U-R-D-L-E. Durdle Door in Dorset on Sunday, only to be told the beach was full and roads were closed. And I can see a picture of it here. It is absolutely chock-a-block, that beach. Where do you think you're going to sit then, mate? Blimey. And there they are. Oh, ghastly people with their cool boxes, badly fitting T-shirts and swimming costumes and carrier bags. Oh, no. It's not my idea of a fun day out, that. I tell you that now. God's sake, man. Even with no virus, just the thought of having to be on the beach with all those thousands of people fills me with horror. And where'd you go toilet? No, you have to go toilet. Where'd you go? Officer, no, not in the sea, you dirty people. Officer, mind you, Margaret Thatcher, queen of everything. Margaret Thatcher, oh, don't start talking about Margaret Thatcher. Oh, it starts creating rows. Yeah, but only if I can see them in front of me. I don't look. I'm not looking. So you say what you want. I don't care. The great Margaret Thatcher, she did once say that the sea was a disinfectant, didn't she? So maybe that is okay to do number 2s in the sea. Oh, just go in there, when no one's looking. No one's looking around. Just take down the bottom of those tiny little Speedos that I wear. Poop! And then pull them back up and then just swim back again. I just feel sorry for the lady swimming past, when she opens her mouth to take a breath. Not a pleasant experience. Officer, what happens to it anyway? Did the fish eat it then? And then you eat the fish. You're eating your own poo. Officer told the family the beach was too busy before sending them on their 6.5-hour drive back home. It came as beachgoers packed onto coastal roads and forecasters revealed the heat wave will last all week. We're having a heat wave. We're having a heat wave. Ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That one. I like that song. Dorset Traffic Police wrote on Facebook a colleague just stopped a gent who travelled from Birmingham with his 4 children to see Durdle Door. I love it. Durdle Door. Has anyone been there? Durdle Door. They set off at 8 o'clock in the morning. They got there at 2:30 in the afternoon. Well, that's a bit late anyway, isn't it? To get somewhere at 2:30, but the day's gone, isn't it? They finally reached the road, only to be turned around after 6.5 hours in the car. Well, that's awful. They are social distancing all but forgotten in coastal hotspots. Well, take the risk then. If you want to take the risk, take the risk. Take the risk. Up to you. Don't bother me. Take the risk. I won't be taking the risk. Another one. Can't wear a face mask. I've got medical conditions. Doesn't stop you breathing. Doesn't stop you breathing. It's all in your head. I know it's in your head because it was in my head as well. When I started wearing a little mask, I go, I can't breathe in this. It's in your head. You get that out of your head and eventually... actually, you can breathe in that. It's just unpleasant when you breathe out and the hot air comes back at you. That's all it is. Can't wear it. It gives me anxiety. Yeah, go on a ventilator and see how much anxiety you get then. Up to you. Do what you like. Don't want to wear it? Fair enough. Oh, there's an intruder at my caravan. Let me just check. Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Shields have been raised. It's okay, nothing there. It's a bird. I've got a spider that keeps crawling across the camera at the caravan and setting it off at night time. I'll give it a good brush down last week. It was still there. Anyway, so that's what's happening, boys and girls. Heat waves. Don't go on beaches. Anything like that. And if you're going to Lidl to look for the delightful Candyfloss grapes, I have also to inform you that there is a sale on there. Oh, look at your little eyes light up there. Oh, you heard the word sale, didn't you? Oh, money to be saved. Is there something free? Is there something free? Dear. There is money to be saved. 50% up to... Ooh, let's all rush down. Don't go yet. It's not open yet. Wait till at least I've finished the show, for God's sake, man. Lidl is launching a huge big sale this week with up to 50% off television sets, toys, and more. The supermarket has slashed the price of brands including Sharp and Kenwood. The Lidl big sale is due to start on Thursday, not today, on Thursday this week, Thursday, August the 13th. Is it Thursday? They got that date right there. Yeah, Thursday the 13th of August. So that's this week, gang. Bargain hunters will find a 55-inch 4K smart Sharp TV reduced from £399 to £299, which marks a saving of £100 or 25% off. That's a decent saving, isn't it? Sharp TVs? I don't really know much about those. I know much about Toshiba TVs. Never again, dear. Useless, that TV I've got down at the caravan. Anyone who tries to break it and nick that are going to be very disappointed. It's useless. Sockets broken off the back. Difficulty changing a channel. Useless blooming thing it is. They've also got kids play castles. You got any children at home? Or perhaps you know people with children in the family who don't want to buy them this. Kids Play Castle, which resembles the one in Disney Frozen. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, 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 go. Oh, my voice has come back today, hasn't it? I've just noticed that. How fabulous. I could talk even longer today. Tiki talking. Lidl, Disney's Frozen from $34.99 to $24.99, which is a reduction of a tenner, 28%. The supermarket says the maximum savings we'll find is 50%, as the discounter doesn't have an online shopping facility. You can't order anything online from Lidl. You have to go to the shop to browse the sour range. Okay, that's not bad at all. Few savings there. They've got a drone as well. Oh, an XL GPS drone. Has that got a camera on it? View online. Have you all? Yes, I have. Complete with HD camera, you'll be able to watch your footage on a smartphone device while flying your drone. The battery takes 3 hours to recharge, although you only get 15 minutes of fly time out of that. It's got a range of about 100 metres, comes with a remote control. So that's 40, was it? £49, you see. I don't think that would be suitable if you were kind of serious about doing video stuff and all that. It's all right for a child's toy, I suppose. But they've got other stuff there. Kids' table and chew chairs, 20 quid. Or is a doll's house. An ice princess doll's house was $34 now $24.99. There you go. Get some of your Christmas presents in earlier. And for those of you that are a bit fat like me, I might get myself one of these, an adult superhero sports bra. Was $4.99, now $3.49. Kenwood electric knife for people you don't like and you want to cut up into small pieces after you've murdered them was $14.99, now only $9.99. As you remove another finger. I love it. Cut them up, dear. So that's the Lidl sale on at the moment. One thing they don't sell in Lidl is bike lights. And I say that because I was looking for some the other day. If you're watching the show last week from Lincolnshire, you'll know that I went on a couple of night cycles. And to be honest, yes, you do need lights, especially on the roads I cycle in Lincolnshire. Not so much the roads, little paths, and they are roads, but you don't see any cars on them. 2 cars in sort of half an hour come down this particular road. And if I'm cycling home from my sister or even going out at night on my own just for a little bit of a bike ride, you need lights. Well, they didn't have them in Lidl, they didn't have them in Aldi, but they had them on my Amazon, and I have. The new gadgets are about to be exposed to you now. Are you ready to see my new gadgets? Say yes, Chris. Yes, Chris. Here we are. First of all, this wonderful little bike light. Look at this. And do you know what this is? This is here. That goes round the handlebar, and you can control it with this. Look at that. Look. Oh, yeah, baby. And it flashes. Look. Different luminances. Little flashing. Is that hurting your eyes? I hope so. There you are. And turn it off. And it's got a little on-off thing at the front there. But Does this take batteries? No. It's rechargeable. No batteries. How fantastic is that? And you plug in your little USB thing on the back there and plug it in. You could plug it. I could be charging it while I'm doing the show here, really. Plug it in like that, recharge it. A little light comes on somewhere. I don't remember what the light is. I think it's in there, which illuminates red when you're charging it. And then when it's finished charging, it goes green, so you know you've got enough juice in there. And then you put it on your bike, and it goes on like that. This is a rubbery thing. Pulls a bit. They put that round your handlebars, put it on like that, done. How blooming easy is that? Now, even I can't get that item of DIY wrong, or at least I don't think I can anyway. Look at that. No screws, none of those nasty metal circular things that you have to put around the handlebar. None of that. Nothing to go rusty. And a little button here to work it while you're on your handlebars. Also, unbeknown to me, it has another function. It has a horn on it. And it's really loud. Are you ready for a demonstration? I better turn my sound down, actually. I'm going to turn my sound down and demonstrate to you the power of my new horn. Are you ready? Yeah! I love it! I tell you, that is so loud. That hurts my ears. Seriously, that really hurts my ears, that. So that's my new front light. USB charge. And here's the back light. Again, USB charge. Look, little socket there. You plug your USB thing in there. Charge it up. No batteries required. And don't you get through batteries quickly? Don't you find? I've got a whole dish of batteries downstairs waiting to be taken to the recycler. I usually drop them into Aldi. They've got like a plastic thing you put them on. What do they do with those? How do you recycle a battery? I often wonder that. Anyway, so here we go. Look, here's my backlight, and it's got different functions again. It's got the red flashing, which is probably the one I'll use like that. We have the white. It's got white on it. I don't know why you'd have white on. I don't think you're a... Is that not illegal to have a white light on the back? I think it possibly is. What's that one there? That's nothing. Or is that it? I thought there was more than that. Oh, there is more. Hang on a minute. There we go. White flashing. Ah, there we go. That's probably the one I'll use like that, I reckon. The red and white together flashing. And that's it. And as I say, USB charging, I think you get about, I think it said about 6 hours full on. Okay, 6 hours full on this, which is enough for 3 bike rides, and then you just plug the thing in for a little while and recharge the thing. How fantastic is that? So they're my 2 new gadgets. Cost of those, I think they were about £12 for those 2. Absolute bargain, £12 for all that technology. I'm always amazed with technology how both ends of the scale. Some of it's really cheap. Now, I'll be honest, something like that, I would have expected to buy about 30 quid for that. In fact, if it had been 30 quid, I would have probably looked for something that was a little bit cheaper. But no, 14. I'll tell you the exact price, shall I? Let me have a quick look at it up. By the way, I've got some photos to show you today. We need some likes, boys and girls. We have at the moment 7 likes. We will require 21 likes today to show you photos, both from the delightful Denise Andrews. Cute photo there. Cute photo from Denise Andrews. And Michael Pullman has sent in a couple of pictures of his tattoos, complete with story, okay? So if you'd like to see those, I will require 21... Oh, hang on a minute, where's my pen? 21 likes this morning for those. I think we've got about 11 at the moment. Let me see if I can find the price of those lights. Where is it now? For you, in case anyone else wants to buy them. And I highly recommend these lights. I'll be honest with you, absolutely highly recommend these. Here we go. Amazon, £14.98. They're on special offer. They usually... Ah, there we are. They're usually $25.99. It says £14.98, 1-day delivery. Absolutely. And this light is very bright. I could work on QVC, couldn't I? Hey, QVC. Anyway, £14.98. Absolute bargain on that. Bargain. Now, what else have we got here? Talking of bikes, have you ever fallen off your bike? There's your first question this morning. Have you ever fallen off your bike? It's happened to me a couple of times, even recently. The easiest way to do it, I think, usually, is to bump up the curb incorrectly. Don't try and do it sideways, especially if it's wet. Because what happens is you try and bump up, it doesn't quite work, it slips off and over you go, sometimes in the path of an articulated lorry. Although, let's be honest, boys and girls, there's probably a few people that you'd like to slip off in the path of an articulated lorry, isn't there? Be very careful. I have had a couple of accidents on my bike where a car knocked me off and I ended up in hospital. Can't tell you what happened because I was knocked out. Happened in Wimbledon. I was married at the time and I was cycling from work back to our room in Earlsfield, which is in London. And I remember cycling. I just remember coming through Wimbledon and then I woke up in the hospital. And I don't know what happened in between. And in the casualty, my bike was there as well. The ambulance people had picked up the bike, and not a pleasant experience. So that's probably the worst thing I had. And also, I was crossing a road. I think Mum was with us actually. Was crossing a road in Putney. I was much younger then. Crossing a road in Putney, and I don't think the car saw the red lights. And this car didn't stop in time and knocked me off the bike there. So a couple of times I've been knocked off, fallen off more than I've knocked off. Like holes in the road or something like that. Has it ever happened to you? Because guess who it's happened to? Poor old Simon Cowell. Simon Cowell. And on a website called cp24.com Entertainment, it says Simon Cowell arrives at the America... Sorry, that's the wrong part of the story. There we go. In Malibu, California, Simon Cowell broke his back. Broke his back? It's a very serious thing. Broke his back on Saturday while testing his new electric bicycle at his home in California. Dangerous. Now, electric bikes are actually quite fast, even the legal ones. Because you're not supposed to go at more than 15 miles an hour. Now, I happen to know a very, very good friend of mine who's got an electric bike, and there's a switch on it. And you can switch off the limiter. And he can go faster than 15 miles an hour. No names mentioned on this channel. In case members of the armed services are watching at this moment to this programme, and practically the whole of the Army and the Navy and the Marines watch this programme. I don't know if you knew that. They put it on in their like little places just before they go to sleep, to help them sleep. A lot of people watch this programme when they are having trouble sleeping, and it does send them off very quickly. So if you ever want to try that one out yourself. But he's got a switch on his bike where he can turn off the restrictor and he goes much faster. They really do tear along, some of these electric bikes. Well, Simon Cowell's fallen off his. He was expected to have surgery on Saturday evening. Don't know if it's happened or not. According to a spokesperson for the entertainment mogul, Cowell fell off the bike when in the courtyard with his family at his house in Malibu. He was taken to a hospital and said to be under observation and doing fine. So, if it happens to Simon Cowell, it could happen to you as well. Hopefully not on a main road or anything like that, okay? Let's see if anyone's fallen off a bike this morning. Good morning to Jason Hughes. There's another super chat coming this morning, boys and girls. Who's this from now? I saw a little yellow flash come up in front of me there. Something flashed at me, boys and girls. I do like something that flashed. Thank you very much. $14.98. Oh, Denise Andrews has sent me a little tip today. She sent me the cost of the lights. I will be able to live a bit longer now. Thank you, Denise. Denise has just bought my lights for me. Not only that, she bought the slippers, which I've got on. Check these out. These are the slippers that Denise Andrews sent me a little while ago. I've actually got them on this morning. I've got to say to you, Denise, when I've been on one of my long walks, right? Usually about an hour. What did I do yesterday? About an hour and 10 minutes yesterday, so slightly short yesterday, which is enough. I think an hour's walk a day is perfectly all right. But when I come in, and I'll usually straight away make my dinner, sit down and eat. Now, after my dinner, when I get up, my feet can really hurt. I'm actually pretty sure it's something to do with my slight weight increase over the last few months. That's why my feet are hurting. I'm pretty sure of that. But after the walks, I'll come in, have my dinner, sit down, and then when I get up to take my plates back out into the kitchen to wash up or put in the dishwasher, in the Tory dishwasher, that's what my mate would say. All these gadgets, they're only for Tories. Dishwashers, air conditioning, and he hasn't got anything like that. Change your politics, mate, and you can have all these things. And I get up, and my feet literally, ow, ow, ow. If I put your slippers on, there's a lot of cushioning in these slippers, isn't there? And that does help me a lot. So thank you very much for my lights, Denise, that you've bought me this morning. Thank you very much for those. All right, my love. Thank you very much. Let's read some of your messages coming through this morning and say hello to a few people. Jason Hughes, good morning. Hello to Diane Jeb. Morning, Diane. Hello to Mick Davenport. Peter right there. Joe Woodrove. Morning, Joe. I think Joe won something yesterday, didn't you? What was it? It might have been just a raffle ticket Joe won yesterday. We got a little game of bingo at the end of today's show, as always, as well, my darlings. Right. Good morning to John Parrish. There's Christopher Woodhouse. Chris has also got an electric bike. Yeah. Have you got good lights on yours? Have you got hooters like this one? I won't do it because it's really loud. It'll blast your ears off if I do that on the microphone turned fully up there. Good morning to Mark Bowles. Mark Bowles and his sweaty shorts. Good morning, Mark. Still waiting to see those, my dear. Denise, of course, in Lincolnshire. She's up to north. I'm down to south. I think you got it a little bit cooler up there, actually, today, Denise, if I remember rightly. Morning to Daniel Holmes. Daniel Woodhouse here as well. Who else have we got there? Let's have a look. Mandy Davenport, good morning. George Bond got kicked off Dusty Blonde's stream yesterday. Did you, George? What did you do? Do you know, I'm starting to wonder. It just seems to be me that puts up with you all. You all keep getting blocked from these other channels. Funny that is. I think it's hilarious. What did you do wrong there then? Gary don't put up with any of your lot crap. He blocks you straight away. You don't get a second chance with Gary. If you get blocked from me, you've got to really annoy me. And believe me, but the thing is, once you're blocked, that's it. There's no going back. You don't get unblocked 2 weeks later. No. You got to be really offensive. None of these people put up with you lot, do they? Not all of you, some of you. You just get chucked off straight away. So George has been chucked off Dusty Blonde's channel. Well, you must have upset her then, George. What did you say? I tell you what, I think the biggest problem is people need to think before they type. You know, because half the stuff, the crap that some of you come out with on here, not all, some of you, you know who. The crap that some of you come out with here, you would not walk into a pub and say what you type in a text box. Perhaps that's why you all keep getting blocked from various different channels. It's hilarious. Mandy feels like the Wicked Witch of the West last night. She was melting. Melting. Ah! We're up to see the wizard, the wonderful wizard of Oz. I hear the wizard. Oh, hang on, let me write that down for my quiz. Wizard of Oz, we'll do that one week. Not tomorrow. I haven't recorded the music round yet. I'm a bit late with that this week. I'll have to do that this afternoon, I think. Good morning to my nephew, Scrap It Man is in the house. Good morning to Scrap It Man. Hello to you. Let's scrolling. There's Mike Responto, winner of the big prize yesterday. Coming to you later on this morning. All right. Hello to Timmy Jessup. Good morning, Timmy. You're new. Welcome along to our show, Timmy. Whereabouts are you in the world? Where are you there? A new person this morning. Shania Steele is there. Shania had to rush through the rosary yesterday just to play the bingo. Quickest rosary ever. What you have to do is take out the gaps. You know? Take out all the gaps. Full of grace. The Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit. That won't work. You've got to be full of grace. The Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women. Blessed is Jesus, Holy Mary, Mother of God. Pray for us sinners now at the hour of death. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord. Is that how you were doing it? She took out the gaps. Just imagine how long this show would be if I took out the gaps. It'd go on forever, wouldn't it? Oh, excuse me. Just dropped my glasses. Honestly, it's getting more and more messy in this room once again. Mick's bought Mandy a new gadget, a neck fan. Oh, I've seen those. Is it any good? Is it any good, Mandy? I know you've got a neck fan. I've seen those advertised, actually. Let me just get some raffle tickets out ready for later. Let it go, let it go. I've got that song in my head now. 1 minute, let's just do that one there. Yeah. Must be prepared. There we are. Must be prepared. Thank you very much. Good morning to Sherry DMP. Morning, Sherry. Does her own cookery channel. They've been at Legoland. Denmark Legoland is her latest video up there. Good morning to Sherry. Excuse me, let's just go down there. Mike Responso, Candyfloss grapes, never heard of them. Have to go to Lidl to see if you can find them. They're so nice. They're just normal grapes, but they taste of Candyfloss, as recommended by myself and Maureen in London. Thank you very much. Good morning to Simon Steele. Morning, Simon. Are you not doing the bins today? Who's emptying the bins? The Isle of Wight is full up with rubbish because Simon Steele ain't in his little lorry collecting the bins. God's sake, where will it all end up? Shocking, dear, shocking. Peter Palawoda's there. If anyone cries at my funeral, I'll never speak to them again. Stan Laurel, R.I.P. Right, are we talking about funerals today? I don't know. Shields up, Captain. Yes, you're right, Christopher Woodhouse. Let's go down here. Good morning to John Aitken. Hello to you. Liz Hargreaves. Good morning, lovely Liz. Mike Responto was hot last night. You need Tory air conditioning, darling. Tory air conditioning. Look, all Tories have got air conditioning in their houses, darling. That's what you need. Tory air conditioning. Don't worry about a little bit of extra coal being burnt. Christ's sake, man. Morning to Gary Ross. 2 tickets, Gary in the house. There he is. Liz is very excited about the sale happening in Lidl. We're going to have to rush down there on Thursday. I'm going to go down there today anyway. So there we are. Michael Lawrence, good morning. Hello to Park Nest. Only thing wrong with that telly is the person who can't operate it. It's useless, Park Nest. Absolutely useless, that Toshiba telly. Useless. Poundland has got bike lights. Are they rechargeable ones in there as well? Peter Palawoda. My son bought an expensive drone, crashed it on its maiden flight into a tall tree. Oh, that's a shame. I met someone. It was about last year, around this time. And we were out on our regular weekly trip to Skegness. That was me, my sister and my brother-in-law. And we were walking along the beach after we'd had our chips and things. And we bumped into this bloke who had a remote control. No drone to be seen anywhere. And I was watching him. And I said, is that for a drone? And he says, yes. And he came over and talked to me. I thought, okay, he's friendly. I can't remember where he was from now. And he had a little screen in front of him, and there was a picture of where the drone was. I said, where is it? He said, oh, it's coming back in a minute. You couldn't even see the drone. I said, oh, are you not afraid of it, disappearing? He said, no, if it loses contact with the drone... Sorry, yeah, if the remote control loses contact with the drone, it comes back. The moment it can't receive any signals, it comes back to where it started. How clever is that? And I said, doesn't it worry you when you can't see it? He said, no, in actual fact, I prefer it. And this drone went out for miles. And he's got this remote control, and I'm looking at the picture. Absolutely fantastic. Now, that's not something you'd find in a toy shop, though, like the one I just said to you on the little sale there. And you would no doubt get top quality pictures from it, you know. That stuff when you see, like, on the films and the BBC, they're not sending up drones in the air what has cost a couple of £100. These are industrial drones, and they can lift quite a bit of weight, and they have to do with those cameras and things like that, you know. But I'd love one like that. But for what I'd want to do with it, you see, all I'd use it for is to do my opening videos, and that's a lot of money. You could probably, well, I know this for a fact, you can actually hire someone, you know, for X number of hours, a day or two, and they will come round to wherever you want them to come, and okay, I'd like you to do this, I'd like you to do that, and they do that for you and then send you the video. And you've got no worries. You haven't got to understand how to work the damn thing, worry about damaging it or anything like that. And you pay the bloke, he sends you the video, happy days. Although if you're going to do that, so I would have a plan in front of me, you know. 8 o'clock, man arrives at house. 9 o'clock, arrive at Skegness. 9:15, film this and this. 9:45, film this. I'd have a plan in front of me. So I wouldn't be, I don't know really. Because you're paying for the time then, you see. Now you're paying for someone's time. So you need to know what you're going to do with that time. Because all that time, what shall I do that? That's costing you money. Don't want anything like that. But I do like drones. I'm sorry that your son crashed into a tall tree there. That's dreadful, that is. I don't know if the sort of really expensive ones can avoid things like that, perhaps. Do they? Got some sort of sensors on, a little bit like that, perhaps. Morning to Gavin Bass. Morning, Gavin. Excuse me. Where did you buy the bike lights? Amazon there. Amazon. £15. £15. Liz Hargreaves is ordering loads of sports bras at £3.49. Thanks for your info. Yes, Lidl, you want to go to, my love? Lidl? I need one, look! I quite like the I'll be honest with you, ladies, I quite like the feel. You know, sometimes when I'm in bed, you know, or even when I'm walking around, you know, as long as there's no one looking, I might open my top and have a look. Oh, do you know, that feels quite nice. I think Mark Bowles would quite like to do that to me, really. It does feel like a bit fleshy. Do you know what I mean? When I had pecs, I did. Yes, I did. I had a little bit of muscle. Not much. A little bit of muscle. That was quite nice as well, you know. But this is, I quite like the excess flesh, having a little feel of myself. I really do. We can discuss this thing. We're all adults on this channel. Let's see if there's anything of any interest there. Michael Bowman. Good morning, Michael Bowman. There we are. He's sent in some pictures today of his tattoos. We require 21 likes to see the tattoos pictures. And the ones, the cute ones from Denise Andrews, we have 17 likes at the moment. Only 4 more required to get to 21. So like away, gang. Okay. Scrolling, just scrolling by the light of the moon above. Does anyone know that song? That was an old Scout song. Strolling, just strolling by the light of the moon above. I don't envy the rich in their automobiles, by the lonely da-da-da-da. I'd rather have Shanks's pony when I'm strolling. Do anyone know that song? We used to sing it in Scout gang shows. I don't know if it was actually a Scout gang show song written by Ralph Reed or if it was in musicals or someone like that. You know who would know that? Ray Reynolds would know that. I don't think he's with us this morning. Unfortunately, Ray there. Liz Hargreaves is going to send some pictures of her in her sports bra at £3.49. Thank you, Liz. The fellas will love that, my darling. They will love that. Oh, dear. 19 likes. Come on, chop, gang. Only 2 more to do there. Chris Woodhouse, he says, I've got a Dyson Call Me. He's got one of those Dyson fans. 350 quid for a fan. But it's very good. I have experienced the fan in Labour Chris Woodhouse's house. He hasn't got the air conditioning. Only Tories have that, innit? It's not. I'm sorry, Chris. You can butter it up as much as you like. It's a Dyson. It was £349, but it is a fan. It's a fan. It's not air conditioning, darling. Labour people don't have air conditioning. Oh, I love it. I had all mine. I had my one in the bedroom. I haven't got a proper one in the bedroom. It's like one of those wheel around ones. And I had that on last night, all night. Oh, it was lovely. I've it set for about 19 centigrade, which is approximately 415 Fahrenheit, something like that, I think it is. Shania wasn't that quick on the old on the Hail Marys last night. Well, I'll speed up the numbers next week to make it even more difficulty for you. Oh, we got 22 likes now. Okay, gang, let's show you these lovely pictures. First of all, Dee Andrews. Denise Andrews is in the house. Greetings, Denise. She's sent me an absolute cuteness pictures. There are some new additions to Denise Andrews' family. And here they are. Oh, ducklings, look. Not ducklings, chicks. Why say they ducklings? Why say ducklings? Chicks. Look what they've come out of that gorgeous little hen. There's her new little babies. Aren't they gorgeous? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can count 9 there. Can you count 9? If you can't, you must be hard of seeing. Oh, so much cuteness. Thank you, Dee. Do you pick them up? Do you? Do you pick them up and cuddle them? I bet you do, don't you, Denise? You have to be a bit careful because their bodies are a little bit fragile, aren't they? I've seen some awful factory farming things with chicks. I won't even go there. Won't even go there. It's just the most. That's just such a beautiful picture. Thank you. I'm going to have a second look at that, Denise Andrews. There you go. Look at that. Oh. Hello. 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 I'm not where I'm supposed to be. Beautiful pictures there, Denise. Thank you very, very much for showing us those, all right? Thank you very, very much, Denise. And also, we've also got today some pictures in from Michael Parman. And he says, here's tattoos and the story behind them. They're both birthday gifts from my other half. I had them done at the same time. Here we are. Where are they? There are. Tattoos. Oh, it's a decent leg you got there, Michael. Very nice. He says, had them done at the same time. The owl, is that the owl? Yes, the owl carried my spirit inside the crystal to earth. As you can see, the crystal has broken. Just trying to see what... Oh, it's changed now. Crystal has broken and released the watch. Wait for that other one to come back around. The crystal was broken, he said, and released the watch. Let's see what he means there. Oh, yeah, see there? Yeah, broken crystal just below the owl. And at the bottom, the watch that's fallen off there. And so I arrived at 5 a.m. I see. That's to do with him being born. And the meaning behind the lorikeet, which is that thing there, I think, is at dawn or any time a powerful affirmation of transformation and the transcendence of negativity, of crossing boundaries and venturing into the unknown. These glorious birds are a beautiful symbol anytime you encounter them. As you can see, the feathers are drifting away into the unknown. You can see the feather at the top there drifting away into the unknown, as feathers are free spirits. Beautiful pictures there from both of you there. Thank you very much to Denise Andrews and Michael Pullman for those there. Beautiful. Thank you very much, gang. As always, if you want to send anything in, that's the email address there. Please send it to that email address. No more than 2 pictures, please, at a time, gang. Otherwise, it starts getting a little bit too busy here. And if you send more than 2, I'll ignore the others. Michael actually sent 3, so I chose the 2 that were best. I hope you were pleased with my selection, Michael. All right, my love. So well done with that one. Okay, Michael Lawrence likes your tattoos. So does Andy. Very nice. Very, very nice. Mandy Davenport, sweet chicks, Denise. I think she wants one of your chickens. Could you look after a chicken, Mandy? Oh, Mandy. Michael Lawrence loves the chicken pictures. Chicken pictures. Denise, our chickens have free run of the grounds. So cute. They really are, look. Oh, cute chicks. Cute chicks. We like chickens. Good. Another hot day ahead, as I was saying there. 3 things I watched over the weekend, boys and girls. Casualty, of course. Very good as always. There was some poor bloke in there who seemed to be on some sort of drugs or something. He thought everyone... He just scared of everything. I think that's anxiety. That was anxiety, what you saw on Casualty on Saturday night. That's proper anxiety. Not just because you don't want to do something. Oh, I can't do that. It gives me anxiety. Blooming snowflakes, darling. Snowflakes. All this business about you can't breathe with your mask on. Ask Mick Davenport. He wears a mask. Don't stop him breathing. He's got trouble with his lungs. Am I right there, Mick? Have I got that wrong? Is that someone else? I think it's you, isn't it? Eh? I can't wear a mask. It gives me anxiety. Oh, God. Oh, these people, dear. So I watched Casualty. 2 excellent films. On Netflix, The Imitation Game. Okay? Now, The Imitation Game, that is about the Enigma Code. What's the Enigma Code? It was something in the war that the Germans had. right? The Germans had this code. I think I got that right. Or was it the Enigma machine? One of the two. They had this code and we were having trouble breaking it. And this bloke, Alan Turing, I think it's Alan Turing, something like that, and his girlfriend at the time, Joan, okay, they cracked it. They cracked the Enigma thing with this wonderful machine that he built. And it's a true story. So an excellent film on a very sad ending, really. Very sad ending because he was gay. And at that time, gay people were not accepted at all. And they were just dirty, filthy people. And we don't want to be anywhere near them and all that. It was all a bit like that in those days. Okay. And it was incredibly sad at the end. If you know the story, you know what happens at the end. But do watch that. An excellent film. About hour and 40 minutes long, I think, that one. Very good, very well made. Benedict Cumberbatch, I think that's how you say it, isn't it? He's like the lead bloke in there. Really, really good. The Imitation Game on Netflix. And on Amazon Prime, if you've got Amazon Prime, an excellent film on there for you to watch called Midway. Midway, Midway, which is about the Americans and the Japanese at war. And the Japanese are winning, and then the Americans turn the tide and bombing from little planes and all that business. Fantastic film. Bit long, that one. I think that's about 2.5 hours long, if I remember rightly. And I kind of watched that in 3 bits. I can never watch a whole film, unfortunately. I don't have the patience to sit there and watch. I don't know how you've got the patience to sit here and watch this crap for an hour or whatever it is. But I have watched that film now. Midway on Amazon Prime, okay? That's what that one's called. Oh, I meant to show you this. Look at this. Look. Here, Maureen. That's one of the flowers that... Now, the thing is, because it's pink, I've got to bring it right over to you because it kind of blends in with the backdrop there. Look at that. This is not a new plant. This is from last year. Practically all my orchids have now thrown up these... I've got to take that one off there as well. All these orchids have now thrown up stalks, and this is the first one to come out. And Maureen bought me that, I think, last year for my birthday, if I remember rightly. So that would have been February 2019. And look, there's all more buds on there as well. I love orchids. They're such good value for money. You can get outdoor orchids as well. I don't know if you knew that. Hardy orchids. Oh, yes. You can get hardy orchids what go in the garden. Seriously. But this is an indoor one, and it's beautiful. And those flowers will be on there for weeks. You can generally get a decent orchid for about £10 in one of the supermarkets. Some of them are a little bit more dear than other. There's a garden centre around here called Long Acres, actually. And they do orchids in there. They're very reasonably priced in there. And usually if I go in there, I might pick up 2 or 3. But I've got orchids virtually on all my windows, all my windowsills here. And the secret is, I think, is to not water them too much because they really do not like too much water. If you water it and it ends up in the sort of saucer underneath it, or if you're a Tory, you've got a proper water holder, haven't you, darling? I've got saucers, to be honest. If you've got an old saucer under there, if the water ends up in there, tip that out. They don't like to be sitting in water. In fact, they hate it. You know, sometimes I lose them, but these ones, some of them do hang around for a little bit longer. Sometimes they die. Don't know why. But this one, I've had that for over a year, and that's flowered at last. So it's just beautiful. And lots of the other stalks, so I'll show you those as they come into flower. All right. I had a dream last night. Or actually, I think it was this morning. Woke up about 6 o'clock. Well, seriously, woke up about 6 o'clock. All I can remember on this dream is that I'd just done a variety show on the telly. I was like the host. And the only bit I can remember, it was a Christmas show. And the only bit I can remember is at the end of the show, there were stars behind who had been on the show. You know, something like... I'm just trying to think who does that sort of something like it wouldn't be like the two. Say Des O'Connor, something like the Des O'Connor. You know, at the end of the show, if he'd done a Christmas show, he'd come on the stage, stand in the middle. his artistes that had been on with him would be standing like either slightly back or next to him, right? So there I am saying goodnight to everyone, and we started singing, and we were singing Winter Wonderland. You know, walking in a winter wonderland. Da 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 da, you will build a snow thing. Da 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 da. That one. And I was singing that. The stars were just slightly behind me, and the person next to me was little Jimmy Osmond. Work that out. I don't get it. Where did he come from in my dream? And he was there, and he was little. So to make him feel a bit better about it, I then got down on my knees and continued to sing, and we were the same height. How strange is that? That was my dream this morning, and that's the only part I can remember. Standing on a stage, big stage, television cameras on me, right, and my stars. My stars were behind me. There were about 6 of them altogether. And next to me was little Jimmy Osmond, and we're singing Winter Wonderland, and I got down on my knees so that I would be at the same level with him and the crowd in front of me and the TV cameras. Does that anyone do dreams? Does that mean anything, do you think? It's strange. And it's where some of these dreams come from anyway. That was my dream today. And the thing is with dreams, you need to, if you wake up, you've got it in your mind at that point, you need to either write them down or something else. Now, with my Amazon device, right, it records. You can say, set reminder. And that's what I did. So I kind of got one eye open because I just come out of my sleep and out of the dream. So, set reminder. And it said, what do you want me to remind? Or something like that. And then you just say it. Dream with little Jimmy Osmond singing Winter Wonderland on a television stage. And that's what I said to it. Yeah. Weird, isn't it? Weird things happen. Good. This morning on the telly, well, I fell off the chair almost. It was hilarious. BBC Breakfast was on this morning. I don't know where Naga is. She's probably on a little holiday somewhere. So we missed Naga Monchetti. I flicked across to Good Morning Britain. Well, I don't like those two. They're just not funny. Not funny. The two people on Good Morning Britain. I don't even know his name. There's him and hers sitting there. They're just not funny. I want to have a little bit of a laugh in the morning. It all seems a bit fake to me. So then I switched over to Sky News, and that was all a bit too serious. Switched back over to BBC Breakfast. Not particularly keen on the two hosts that were on there this morning. But then Carol Kirkwood came on. I don't know if any of you saw this. And she was doing the weather, and she is in Greenwich Park. And she said this is one of the royal parks or something like that. So she's doing her... Just before she did the weather, she said, so here we go. And you knew what she meant to say. She meant to say something like dog walkers, but she didn't. She said, and as you can see, we've got a lot of the doggers out this morning. What? Good old Carol Kirkwood. And as always, she said it with a smile. The doggers were out in the morning. Anyone see that? I was killing myself laughing. Bit of a mistake that. Doesn't matter though. We don't mind mistakes. We don't need to write to them quickly. Oh wow, I can't believe it. You've made a mistake. How sad and lonely are the people that have to do that all the time. Ah, well, that's that. And yes, that's my little notes for you this morning. Some stories. Gemma Collins. She might need one of the sports bras that Liz is going to go and get down at Lidl. Gemma Collins is planning a new career, boys and girls, as a lingerie model. Gemma Collins plans new career as lingerie model following her weight loss. This is in this morning's Daily Star. Towie icon Gemma Collins is looking to dive into the world of plus-size modelling after delighting fans of late with her incredible photos. Well, I didn't think they were incredible. Newly single Gemma Collins is looking to branch out career-wise and is reportedly set to give plus-size lingerie modelling a whirl. The Towie favourite, who used to date James Argent, admitted she'd love to become a Victoria's Secret angel. and has been showing off her modelling prowess in her latest string of lingerie photos. The 39-year-old, well, I'm sure she was 42 last week, wasn't she? Anyway, 39-year-old reality star lost 3 stone and has been flaunting her new figure on her holiday in Greece. Speaking on the Gemma Collins podcast, which is something that the BBC... She's on the BBC. She's got her own podcast. I mean, I don't know what that's like. Perhaps I should listen to it, then I can comment. Speaking on the Gemma Collins podcast, Gemma explained she wants to make use of her newfound body confidence. Oh, I can see it in front of me. I'm not even going to take a picture and show you. It's not a pleasant look. I'm sorry, it's not. It's a bit people like me taking my clothes off. It's not particularly pleasant to look at. She shared, if any fashion designers are listening to this, can I walk one of your catwalks? Blimey, well, they'll have to have that reinforced, wouldn't they? Jeez, they'll have to get steel girders underneath. These things are usually just made of flimsy wood. They need steel, you know, like those things that cranes are made out of. They'll have to have a few of those underneath that catwalk if Gemma Collins is going to walk up and down it. Blimey. That's the next thing for the GC. Victoria's Secret's plus size. GC walking down the runway with big wings. So you're talking about what's hanging down from your arms, my love? The big wings? Is that what you mean? Do you play bingo, Gemma? There's a little thing for you to do. Just disappear to a blingo club a few times a week. That wouldn't be any good to her because she's only got one word to shout. Bingo. She said, I have to get on in this world. I am on every scene. I am the GC. Oh, for Christ's sake. I'll show you one picture of her. I mean, I'm sorry. It's not happening, is it? Why do people ring me? People that I know ring me. I've just seen a missed call on here. Someone up, a very good friend of mine, rang me at about 9 o'clock. Why do they do that? They know what I'm doing at this time of day. Here you are, look, there's Gemma. She's not ugly, is she? She's not ugly. She's not ugly. She's not. There you are, look. There's Gemma. I fail to see the weight loss, though. I'm sorry, I do. Oh, dear. Doing an appearance on Loose Women. Oh, one of the worst programmes on the telly. Yeah. My husband did this. My husband did that. Oh, let's cook some custard. This is how you make... Oh, it's so boring. And her with the teeth and all. Hello, I'm Janet Street Porter. Welcome to Loose Women. Awful programme. Doing appearance on Loose Women yesterday, Gemma revealed she'd been diagnosed with polycystic ovary syndrome and suffered a miscarriage earlier this year. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Nothing to make a joke about. But what has that got to do with the rest of that story that she wants to be on a catwalk? And then she goes on about her condition. Why? What's that got to do with the story? There's so many people out there. They are just so quick to tell you what's wrong with them, aren't they? Have you noticed that? Why is that? You meet someone for the first time. Oh, hello, my name's John. Oh, by the way, I've got cystic fibrosis. And you're like, why are you telling me that? It's not like a private thing. Or mental disturbances or something like that. Or learning disabilities. People come and say, oh, I've got learning disabilities. Why are you telling me that? Why don't you just get on with life? Get on with it. Get on with it. That old Mary. My friend non-Irish Mary from Ireland. Never went on about her cancer. Oh, I don't get it. Here's something really interesting in the Daily Mail this morning. And then we'll do this week's raffle after this, okay? This is very, very interesting. In the Daily Mail, it says, eat less fat, eat less sugar, eat your 5 a day, eat more starchy vegetables, never skip meals, eat little and often. Drink at least 8 glasses of water a day, don't skip breakfast, drink less caffeine, drink less alcohol, eat less meat and dairy, eat more fish, do more exercise. Don't you get fed up with people telling you the same old crap? It says we've become used to being told how, when and what we should be eating. These messages come from many different sources. National guidelines, the media, advertising and even food labels and cereal packets, as well as posters and leaflets in hospitals and GP surgeries. This story in the Mail says, I'm a scientist and a medical doctor, yet over the past 8 years I've been shocked by what I've discovered and am still uncovering. So much of what we swallow when it comes to advice about food is not backed up by science, while some of it can be categorically wrong. But these myths are repeated so often that they can be hard to unlearn. They could also be the reason why many of us struggle to lose weight and keep it off. It says, in my research for this book, I set out to analyse everything we know or think we know about food and dieting. What I discovered not only shocked me, but forced me to revise my opinions on most aspects of food and health. So here we go. Myth. If you skip breakfast, you'll put on weight. Go to work on an egg. Breakfast like a king. You've heard them all, haven't you? Eh? The idea of eating breakfast in the morning is the key to improving energy, concentration and mood throughout the day. It's a mantra ingrained in us from an early age. Now, I do know a lot of people that don't eat breakfast. I don't have breakfast. It makes me feel sick. There must be something mentally wrong with you that to eat breakfast makes you feel sick. Well, have something else then. It says, but there is no idea given of what breakfast should entail or when it should be eaten. However, I'm a strong believer that children should not be given chocolate for breakfast. You know, all these different various cereals covered in chocolate you can buy. It says there's no idea given of what breakfast should entail or when it should be eaten. However, there remains a belief that breakfast somehow kick-starts the metabolism, or that skipping it means you're hungrier later in the day and then so overeat. It says despite a lack of evidence for these claims, they are presented as scientifically supported facts and clearly laid out in NHS guidelines prepared for government employees from Public Health England with input from the food industry. She goes on to say the data shows quite the opposite. There is evidence that fasting for longer than 12 hours can reduce insulin levels and help some people lose weight. So why have the scientists got it so wrong in the past? It says the worry that skipping breakfast could lead to overeating later in the day is theoretically justified. People who miss breakfast do both usually eat more lunch and slightly reduce their physical activity. And so it goes on. Fish is always a healthy option. She says the evidence for omega-3 supplements being beneficial is non-existent. That's what this lady's saying. Another one here. Myth, we need to reduce our salt intake. And you've only got to have a bag of crisps, haven't you? And realise how salty they are. They really are very salty crisps. It says anti-salt lobby groups, diet professionals and governments want us to believe that any health improvements are the result of their public health interventions rather than drugs. But any health benefits from reducing salt intake pale into insignificance next to proven benefits of blood pressure medications. It goes on. And so that's it's quite a long article there. There's another one. Lots of exercise will make you thin. Well, I mean, the lady in Slimming World always told us, no, that's not the case. It's what you eat. You can probably, the lady in Slimming World, Linda, she always told us that if you want to lose weight through exercise, you've got to train like an athlete. You know, you've got to be at the swimming pool at 6 o'clock in the morning. You're swimming till 10 in the morning. Then you might have a little bit of breakfast. I don't know what they have for breakfast, these athletes. Then go on a 10-mile run. That's how you have to live your life. Have you got the time to do that? Do you even want to do that? It says the 12 simple rules you should follow. Eat diverse foods, mainly plants without added chemicals. 2, question the science and don't believe the quick fix single solutions. 3, don't be fooled by labels or marketing. That's an easy one, isn't it? You know. The word fresh, I think, is thrown around too much. Fresh doesn't mean it's like fresh. You know, I could say to you, I've just put a fresh piece of ginger on my shelf. It could be 10 years old, this piece of ginger, but as it's on my shelf, it's now fresh. You know, understand your own body and realise there's no such thing as average. Diversify. Don't get stuck in a food rut. Well, I think I'm in a bit of a food rut at the moment. Experiment with meal timings and skipping meals. Use real food, not supplements. None of those pills. Vitamin pills, please. I think it was a few years ago we did the story of someone, they discovered that all these vitamin pills don't make you live any longer. They're a waste of money. Avoid ultra-processed foods containing more than 10 ingredients. Eat foods to improve gut microbe diversity, such as full-fat natural yogurt, kefir, kimchi, I don't know what those, sauerkraut and good quality cheese. We do like a bit of cheese. Strong. None of that weak stuff, dear. I fancy a pizza this afternoon. Perhaps I'll get one from the Co-op. I like the posh pizza in the Co-op. I think I'm meeting up with DJ Chris possibly this week. And we're going to have another pizza. Not in this hot weather, though. Reduce blood sugar spikes by avoiding sugary drinks and snacks and refined carbohydrates such as white bread. Reduce meat and fish consumption and check its sustainability. Educate yourself and the next generation of the importance of real food. So if you want to have a look at that, that's in the Daily Mail. It's a long article. Not enough time for me to read it. But it's in the news section. It says you can skip breakfast. Going vegan isn't always healthier. That's how it starts off in like block capitals on the online Daily Mail. All right, my darlings. Excuse me there. Excuse me. All righty. Let's do this week's raffle, boys and girls. We've been collecting raffle tickets all week. Someone is a moment of excitement. Someone is about to win. Blah, blah. Someone is about to win this week's fridge magnet. Here it is in there, standing by for you. Who's it going to be? There it is. Who's going to win this week? Hey? Are you ready? Yes. Let's mix up the tickets. Mixing up the tickets now, my loves. Andy's getting hungry with all the food. Liz Hargreaves pizza. Oh, the Co-op pizza. Margarita pizza from the Co-op. A little bit dearer, £5.50, but absolutely delicious. Nowhere near Domino's or anything like that, though, you know. Not as expensive. I really fancy one of those. Perhaps I'll have one tonight. Must have vegetables every day. There we go. All right. Peter, Little Britain runs the best slimming club. You're right, absolutely right, Peter. You're absolutely right with that. Hello, fatties. They've taken it off the telly. All streaming platforms have removed Little Britain. Oh, it might cause offence. Oh, sick of it. Sick of it. Anyway, luckily you've got me to give you as much offence as possible. Right, you ready? Shall we pull a ticket? Here we go. Nothing up my arms, nothing in my hands. Okay. Here we go. Right, let's have a drum roll. Drum roll coming up now. Blah, blah. Going in for the ticket. We have a ticket. Hope you've been writing your numbers down, gang. Hope you've been writing your numbers down. It is ticket number 348. Who's got ticket number 348? Let me just place it down there and await a claim. Someone's won a fridge magnet. And meantime, we collect all the tickets. They all go in here, okay? We all go in here. Ready for the next super draw. Okay, which will be on Monday the 31st of August. Once a month is the super draw. And we usually do a mug. We're not doing fridge magnets for the super draw because I'll be honest with you, we're getting a little bit low on fridge magnets. I'm not sure that we're going to get the year out with these. August, September. We might get to the end of October. I'm not sure we're going to see the year out with those fridge magnets. But perhaps we'll do a little limited Christmas edition of them or something like that, okay? Who's got it then? 348. Anyone claim yet? Chop. Liz Hargreaves doesn't need to lose weight anyway. Well, we hate you then, Liz. It's not fair. Are you one of those people that eat crisps and cakes and bread? Oh, and never put on an ounce? It's not fair, Liz. Not fair. It's not John Aitken. Who is it? Diane Jebb has got 348. Let me just expose the name for you. 348 is the lovely Diane Jebb. There she is. Okay, a little bit white out there, isn't it? There you go. Diane Jebb, 348. Congratulations, Diane. Well done. You have won a fridge magnet or... Oh, no, hang on a minute. What we were doing, a fridge magnet or something? What was the or? Was it stickers? It was stickers, wasn't it? You can have a fridge magnet or 2 of our delightful stickers. Look, Very, very sticky. Very good for putting round. Have you got grandchildren, Diane? When they get a bit noisy, you just put a sticker on them like that. Okay? Would you like the fridge magnet or the stickers? Make your mind up now. Nice one. Well done, Diane. Lovely jubbly. Has anyone not claimed a magnet? No, because we've only just started doing the stickers. I thought I'd put those in there because some people are winning and have already got a magnet. So you don't want two, do you? Why would you want two? You know, or £1,000, says Joe. I don't think so, Joe. I don't think so. Me not think so. Send us your full postal address, Diane. That'll be in the post for you a little bit later on. Okay? All right? There we go. Possibly the lotto tomorrow. You never know. All right, we'll begin about more raffle tickets at the end of today's show. Meanwhile, another couple of stories here. Boris Johnson has gone on holiday. Look who's gone camping. Yes, Boris Johnson. He's got a little tent, bless him. Is it like a little two-man tent that I used to go with the scouts on their hikes and things like that? Not sure about that. But in the Sun this morning, new mum Carrie Simmons is preparing to go camping with Boris Johnson as the couple take a UK staycation. He looks very happy with her, doesn't he? The Prime Minister will head to Scotland this weekend for a paternity holiday, it's called. They're calling it a paternity holiday. The Sun have done a very funny picture here, actually. Have a look at this. That's a good picture. The Sun have done that. Look. Can you see Boris and is it his wife or just girlfriend? I think they are. And a little dog as well. I didn't know they had a dog. Do they have a dog? That's very clever, isn't it? What they've done there. Where are we now? Sources close to the family said they will be north of the border for 6 days, which will include a couple of days of camping. It comes as campsites around Britain are full, thanks to a surge in late bookings from people opting to go on holiday in the UK due to the coronavirus concerns. Now, I've actually realised why the beaches, I'm sure, are never normally as busy as what we're seeing on the telly at the moment. Is this because normally a lot of those people would have flown abroad, I wonder? I think it probably is, because no one's flying abroad. Hardly anyone's flying, are they? Abroad or anything like that. So instead, they're all going to the UK beaches. And I've got a theory there. I think that might be why they're so busy at the moment. There was an article on Look North, I think it was on Look North last week, up in Lincolnshire, about the caravan sites and things along the east coast, including Skegness and along sort of Yorkshire, all the caravan sites there. They want to open in winter. Usually, if they have a licence, you see, caravan sites are only allowed to open for a certain period of time. Some of them are just 6 months, some 8 months, some are 10 months. The one I'm on is a 10-month one. So February, March, not allowed to sleep. You can go there, you're not allowed to sleep there. So you could go during the daytime and sleep somewhere else if you've got a sort of maintenance or something like that to do. So you can go, but you just can't sleep there. But I think some of the caravan operators, the holiday sites, are pushing to be allowed to open for winter this year to try and sort of make a little bit of money, because a lot of them are desperate for money, aren't they? Absolutely desperate for money. They've had nothing coming in. Some people would say, why would you want to go in a caravan in the winter? It'd be so cold. Not with central heating, it's not. Let me tell you that now. If you've got central heating in a caravan, it's really good. Now, I have air heating in mine, and it's all right. It's not as good as central heating. I've got the air source heat pumps in my caravan. Not quite as good. It's okay, but nowhere near as good as central heating. If you've got central heating in a caravan and it's working all right, it's so warm in there. It really is. So it can work if they want to open in winter. The story goes on. Let's have a look. Mr. Johnson declared that he planned to stay in the UK for his summer break. He's a year younger than me, 56. He said, I would encourage people to still think of wonderful staycations here. All my happiest holiday memories are of holiday vacations in the UK, bucket and spade jobs or whatever. And I have to say, I think he's possibly looking back to his childhood there, and I think I could say the same there. Some very, very happy holidays that my dad and took us to. Pontins holidays, a lot of Pontins holidays. And then after that, we would hire a bungalow somewhere, or cottage somewhere like that, and we'd have another week there. Brocklesham Bay was a firm favourite of ours, which is down in Sussex. Very quiet there. It never really got sort of overcrowded or busy. They had a pontoon. We didn't stay at the pontoons there, not with my family, but I went there with a friend some years ago. I think we were about 20 or something like that, 2019, 2021. And we had a little holiday there. It was quite nice. It's gone now, unfortunately. But there we are, Boris Johnson. I wonder what sort of tent he's got, though. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze in a moment. Do you mind if I sneeze? Oh, dear. Excuse me. I wonder what sort of tent he's got. I bet it's not like a two-man tent that we had in the Scouts or a patrol tent. Anyone in the Scouts will know what a patrol tent was. There were 8 of us in a tent. Oh, dear. One person farted. It was awful. Awful. Not very nice at all. Liz, Boris Johnson may be promoting camping. I'm going camping now. Off she goes. Don't forget your little phone so you'll be able to join us in the morning. Carry on camping with Bojo. Excellent park nest. Oh dear. Excuse me. I'm going to have to blow my nose now. Excuse me, Daniel. Daniel's blessing me there. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Daniel, for blessing me. Here's a lady in the Daily Star. What did she do? It was frightening, actually, what this woman did. A woman who ripped her own eyes out. She ripped her own eyes out when she was on mind-bending drugs. I don't know what sort of drugs you've got to be on to have to do that. She's received a pair of prosthetic eyeballs. She was 22. Wow. Listen to this. This lady was 22, young girl, 22, gouged out her own eyes as a horrified bystander struggled to stop her. 2 years later, she's turned her life around with the unimaginable self-inflicted injury served as the inspiration she needed to quit drugs for good. How do you do that? You just try and hurt your eye now. You can't do it. Something stops you doing it. After being rushed to hospital, doctors told her she would never see again. But thanks to new prosthetics, people will at least see her in a less scary light. She said, I was so excited to get them. I just wanted to appear more normal to the outside world. She's enrolled in a blind school in her home in South Carolina, was accompanied to the life-changing appointment by her boyfriend. It melted my heart, he said. She was never any different to me, but I know she's wanted this for a long time, and I'm so happy she has it now. There's a picture of her with these prosthetic eyes, and they're okay, you know. Why she should worry what other people think of how she looks, I don't know, but dear me. So drugs made her do that. She gouged her own eyes out. Just imagine the pain of something. Is that an awful thing to do? What these drugs seem to do to some people, it's scary. It really is. On a similar note, sort of a medical type thing, singer Paul Young. He says, even as a child, I wanted to be a singer, and in 1976, at the age of 20, I quit my job at Vauxhall Motors in Luton and became a musician. Paul Young, wherever I lay my hat, that's my home. That one. After performing in various bands, my big break came when I signed for my record label CBS. I had a couple of hits, and then my third single, Wherever I Lay My Hat, reached number 1 in 1983. 93, 03, 13... 37 years ago, isn't it? A lot of success followed, but in 1984 it was taking its toll, and I was forced to rest when I strained my voice so badly. He says, nowadays my attitude to work is never stop. It's similar to me, to be honest. I don't stop. He says, I'm grateful to have work in this tough sector, and never more so than now. The pandemic has been truly devastating for the music industry. And I've said to you before, you know, all these people who do anything from little karaoke nights like me to people who work in theatres, you know, on big stages, none of us have got jobs. That's how it is. Secondly, it does keep me healthy. When I was younger, every time I stopped work and had a holiday, I'd break out in a rush, which is why you don't see me go on holiday much. I can't stop. I can't relax. I find it very difficult to relax. Certainly, as I said before, watching a film I watched in 3 parts, that wonderful Midway film on Amazon Prime. I had to watch it in big, but I can't just sit there for hours on end in front of a television. Can't do it. Wow. That's good, though, and it's all his story there. And he says what it is. It says the title on there in the mail. The one thing I've learned from life, Singapore Young says, sing to stay healthy. That's why I wanted to stay healthy. You've got to be singing, and I do like a little bit of a sing. We have a little bit of a sing here now and again, don't we? I walk around the house singing to myself. Lots of church hymns, actually. There's usually church hymns. Doesn't matter what it is. Bit difficult to sing the sort of techno stuff that I used to be dancing 2 years ago. Really not really possible for me to sing that sort of stuff. Do you sing? What do you sing? Is there something that you sing all the time to yourself? When you're perhaps alone at home or just walking around? I always sing that. I don't know if Shania's still with us. That holy, holy one. Holy, holy, holy. I love that one. Or I might tinkle away like piano badly at the piano downstairs. Got to do the piano later. I've got to do the music round. Still haven't done that yet. Oh, thank you, Mick Davenport. Time for the tablets. Yes, tablet time. We've got one more story going. I'm going to do raffle tickets. James Bond, who's a fan? Me. Da-da, da, da-da, da, da-da, da-da. We love James Bond. In the Daily Mail this morning, who's the best James Bond? The results of a poll will leave some 007 fans spitting out of their martinis in a shock in the Daily Mail. Because while Sean Connery has been voted the greatest, as he has been done for many years, Roger Moore, who's my favourite, and the current Bond, Daniel Craig, failed to make it into the top 3. Wow. The Scottish actor, as in Sean Connery, came out on top in the survey for the radiotimes.com with 44% of the vote, ahead of Timothy Dalton in second with 32% and Pierce Brosnan in third with 23%. More than 14,000 people voted for their favourite, with actors pitted against each other in different rounds of the survey. I can't believe that. Round 1 saw Connery knock out Craig with 56% of the vote, compared with Craig's 43%. Bronson won round 2 with 76% against 24% for George Lansbury. Round 3 had perhaps the most surprising result, with Roger Moore knocked out of the competition, with 41% of the vote by his immediate successor, Timothy Dalton, who scored 49%. Well. I thought Roger Moore was the best one. I like the humour, you see. You know I like a bit of humour. I haven't got time for serious people. I'm sorry, they're just so boring. So boring. Coming out with their facts and figures. Not interested. Who was your favourite one? As I say, my favourite was Roger Moore. And probably the favourite film I went to see would have been Moonraker. It was just so unbelievably hilarious. Love anything like that. Which was your favourite one? John Aitken, Sean Connery was the best Bond ever. I always wanted him to be my dad. Parkness got offered the role of James Bond but turned it down. John Parrish, Roger Moore, my old friend. Paul and Lou, Roger Moore. Yeah, Roger Moore for me, absolutely. Absolutely. Right, let's do these raffle tickets then. Who wants... I thought I tore some out. Didn't I tore some out earlier? Oh, where have they gone? Didn't I... Oh, there they are. Who wants a raffle ticket for next week's raffle? We want to know. Let's see, has Diane emailed me yet for a little thing? No. What are you going to have, Diane? Fridge magnet or stickers? What are you going to have? Here we go then. Maureen. Ticket number 401 for Maureen. Sean Connery was Mara's favourite there. Look at that. Peter Paliwoda met Roger Moore in 1963 when he was Ivanhoe. Ivanhoe, and then, of course, The Saint, wasn't it? The Saint after that. Andy, I'm sure Roger Moore was living next door to me once. All I heard was this woman saying, Roger Moore. How rude. John Aitken, ticket number 402. Jason Hughes, 403. Mick Davenport, 404. Peter Wright, 405. Diane Jebb, 406. Michael Pullman, 407. Gary Davidson, 408. Daniel Holmes, 409. And Yandy, 410. Mari, 411. Scrolling. Michael Lawrence, 412. Joe Woodrow, 413. Gavin Bass, 414. Paul and Lou, 415. We're still waiting for a win for poor old Paul and Lou, aren't we? Denise Andrews, 416. Denise, who bought my new torches for me for my bike. Thank you, Denise. Mark Bowles, 417. Shania, 418. Simon, 419. Scroll. Oh, that's it. That looks like it's everyone. If I've missed anyone out, please speak now. Don't forget you've got another opportunity in a moment to win a raffle ticket in our daily bingo game. Okay, that's coming up very, very shortly. Diane wants the fridge magnet. Okay, Diane, put that there ready for you. Be posted off for you. That will be in the post box by 12 midday at the sorting office. Not even a normal post office. The sorting office. Which seems to be where the stuff keeps going missing from, but fingers crossed it won't do. All right, you get loads of sticky tape around the envelope now, as Mari will tell you. Sticky tape all over the place. All right, excellent. Anyone else? If I missed anyone else, please speak now. Meanwhile, let's do today's birthdays. Happy birthday on this Monday, the 10th of August, 2022, Mr. Paul Brown. Hello, Paul. I keep meaning to meet up with Paul. He's used to be one of the customers who came into the Black Cap. He's a lovely person. Happy birthday to you, Paul. Stafford Blakey is announced. Good morning, Blakey. 42 years old today. Happy birthday, Blakey. Graham Barnett. Good morning, Graham. Always see your Facebook posts. I agree with practically every single one of your Facebook posts. Graham Barnett today, 41 years old. Happy birthday, Graham. Debi Reeds is 46 today. Happy birthday, Debi. Aamir Sohal is 24 years old today. Happy birthday, Aamir. Colin Thompson. Colin, 61. One of the funniest, nicest managers that I ever worked with. Colin Thompson. It was a bit scatty. He wasn't very tidy. There was like little piles of coins all over the office floor and notes and invoices everywhere. He was the untidiest office manager or manager of a pub I've ever come across, but also the happiest. He's such a nice person. I think he's up in Scotland now. Happy birthday to you, Colin Thompson. I would love to meet you again at some point. I'd love to. Happy birthday, Colin. Nathan Chatterton is 32 years old today. And Brad James is birthday as well. So happy birthday to you all. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Twice, coronavirus. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Yeah, happy birthday, boys and girls. Alrighty, it's time for our daily morning game of bingo. Hope you got your tickets this morning. We had a lovely game last night, actually. Thank you, Diane. I got your email there. We had a lovely few games last night, I must say. Really enjoyable evening last night, so thank you, those of you that played. As always, gang, if you know anyone else that might want to join us for bingo on Sunday night, do let us know. As a reminder, if you won last night and you weren't there, therefore didn't claim, you will have fallen off the system. Okay, so if you don't get your tickets next Sunday, I can't tell you the names of the people who would have dropped off. I can't see that in front of me anywhere. All right, so if you don't get your tickets next Sunday, that's what happened. You would have won and then not claimed. All right, so just be warned at that. The two lists are completely separate, the Sunday bingo list and the weekday bingo list. All right, so you may be on either both or one of the other or neither of them. Depends on how regularly you play. But otherwise, it just clogs up the beginning of the top of the system when people keep not turning up. All right, okie doke then. Get your bingo tickets ready. Let's bring up the bingo board. Coming up there shortly. At some point, there it is. Bring up the bingo board. You need to cross off all the numbers on there to win. All right? All the numbers. Ready? Eyes down. Here comes your first number. As soon as you've completed all the numbers on your ticket, shout bingo in the bingo box. As quick as you can. Oh, hang on a minute. I haven't even put the game on there yet. I wonder why I couldn't see anyone. Where is it? There it is. Good. Eyes down. Here comes your first number. 8 and 2, 82. Blah, blah, blah. 3 and 9, 39. 2 and 4, 24. 2 and 6, 26. 8 and 4, 84. 3 and 5, 35. 4 and 8, 48. All the threes, 33. 33, baby, 33, baby. All the sixes, 66, it's clickety-click. 6 and 7, 67. All on its own, little number 4. 7 and 1, 71. All the fours, 44. 4 and 9, 49. 80, blind 80. 1 and 9, 19. No, 19. No, 19. No, 19. All on its own, number 1. 3 and 4, 34. 8 and 7, 87. 8 and 3, 83. 6 and 1, 61. 8 and 6, 86. Blah, blah. 5 and 2, 52. 1 and 8, 18. All on its own, little number 6. 60, blind 60. 6 and 5, 65. 5 and 7, 57. Boris is dead, number 10. Liz is getting excited again. Is there a little wet patch on your chair, Liz? 30, blind 30. 7 and 5, 75. 6 and 4, 64. All the ones, legs 11. 4 and 3, 43. 4 and 1, 41. 7 and 4, 74. 1 and 4, 14. 1 and 7, 17. 7-0, blind 70. All on its own, number 7. 5 and 6, 56. 1 and 2, 12. 2 and 7, 27. All the 7, 77. 1 fat morbidly obese Chris, 8. All on its own, 1 little duck, quackity quack, quack, arr, quack, quack. All on its own, number 5. All the 5s, 55. 4 and 7, 47. 2 fat morbidly obese Chris's, 88. Top of the shop, blind 90. 8 and 1, 81. 2 and 9, 29. Buh. 5 and 3, 53. 3 and 2, 32. 8 and 5, 85. 7 and 3, 73. All on its own, number 9. 2 and 3, 23. 2 and 5, 25. 5 and 8, 58. 7 and 6, 76. You'll notice that the weekday games take a little bit longer because there's not many of us, not so many playing. That's why that is, all right. 2 and 8, 28. 3 and 8, 38. 7 and 8, 78. Will we get the other one as well, I wonder? No. 3 and 1, 31. Oh. 5 and 4, 54. 8 and 9, 89. All on its own, number 3. Oh, we have a winner on number 3. And you have 1 minute and 30 seconds to claim your prize. Here we go, baby. Here comes the music. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, baby, come to me and let us see. Joe Woodruff has claimed the bingo. Joe, you've got a raffle ticket. Here it comes. The numbers called tonight for Joe Woodruff. 2. Last number 3. 17. 18. 23. 32. 38. 48. 56. 57. 60. 65. 73. 82. And 84 for Joe Woodruff. Well done, Joe. Round of applause for Joe. Round of applause. Well done, Joe. All right, darling, let me give you another raffle ticket. Ticket number 420. Ticket number 4. Always make sure you got the numbers written down. 420, Joe. All right, darling. Good. There's our little game of bingo done for today. Have we done the birthdays? and we've had a little laugh. We had the weather report, and we had some news stories, and I've told you what not to eat and what to eat and all that. Yes. Time for me to go and post your prizes off. I was going to put a little Diane Gems fridge magnet in an envelope, covered in sellotape, and that'll be winging its way to you by 12 o'clock this afternoon. How exciting. Thanks so much for joining us on the show this morning. I'll see you again tomorrow morning, 8:45. And of course, don't forget, Tuesday is quiz night tonight here on United Kingdom Talk. Tuesday night quiz at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching and listening. Cheerio now.